What's up, guys? Alrighty, looking at Robinhood Challenge Week 1. Posted the profits on our Discord group chat for those who are interested in our silver trading talks right here. So this is what I made Week 1. That's my account. And like I said, I don't train with anything more than $10,000 at a time for any one position. So when I was investing with this, I was investing. I'll have to actually make note of it. I didn't actually look, but I had about probably in the $20,000 range actually using that, and I was playing some options as well. So with that being said, options are higher risk but higher reward as well. Just short-term options, just for a day trade. So for those that don't have a huge account, you could definitely look into that if you understand options. Get into that. All right, looking forward here. How I made 5% this past week. All right, first off, let's look at natural gas. So natural gas has kind of been going sideways here the last few days. I have been kind of just holding you gas until I saw this break right here of a new lower low. It didn't that was the lowest we closed right there, was the 2.57. And 2.56, we did close right above that. 2.561 is where we closed. So that was kind of like a bearish break. On the 4-hour, I was in DGAS all day this day. So that was awesome. That was fantastic. That was like the $500 gain I had on that day. Was playing DGAS. That's the 4 hours. The 4 hours starting to turn bearish. It was bullish, but then it ended up bearish. If you look at the daily here, that looks still bullish on the daily here. As long as we don't break this level, if we bounce here at the 261 or honestly the 253. See that's where it looks on the daily, because on the daily, for those who day trade or swing trade, the idea is to not to break the yesterday's low. It broke that low there, but obviously that was that low as well. So that would have been accomplishing swing trade there. But it came down and it closed lower than the last 3 days, right there, and actually 4 days. So that's what kind of broke it down. It does still look like a pullback, though. It still does look bullish. This could be the bottom, but as you see, the trend is still down. Still down. So we could just be like a little like this and then go down. So this is like kind of like not the greatest risk to reward trade for those who are like going all in over the weekend, which is stupid. Sorry, guys. Major rejection there, candle there. So we'll just have to see. This could be just a pullback. I was looking at this. I was actually day trading. I look at the hourly when I'm day trading. Look at this trend line I drew from back here. Boom. And I've had this over there for a week. And the reason I kept it was this. It hit 3 or 4 times there as well. So I was watching this, and it just came down and just touched this area. That was so cool. I was like, whoa, I drew a trend line. And, some people do play this. They're not as valuable as zones or anything or support resistance. There is actual confluence zone there as well. So it could have just been that right over here, this kind of supply and demand. But that was cool. But then again, boom, down to here. So I'm like, oh, man, trend lines in play. And then it just kind of faded out. But like I said, it kind of closed. It was Friday, so it kind of closed kind of wacky. In the 1 hour, I just saw this rejection. I saw this breakdown, and then it come up, retest this old support, which it broke, and then get shut down. So that is why. But we're still going sideways here. We're in a consolidation spot right now. So for those who are going all in, probably have to realize this idea. I am in a very small position of DGAS because I saw this rejection here, but we are still technically bullish on the daily. So I could be wrong. I'm not in a big position. I'm not too worried about it. I wasn't you guys all week, so DGAS for the weekend was what I chose. My guess, my luck, it'll probably gap up. And seeing it the daily, it does look bullish. So we'll see. All right, crude oil is next. DWT was my awesome. Another play that accomplished me make $2,000 this week. Right here, I was in DWT this whole time. That sucked. It did stop me out here, but then it came back here, broke support, and then kind of just tested this area here. But yeah, it didn't really. It just looked bearish on the 4 hour. It looked really bearish, so I just kept it strong there. So if we were to just look right here, and we'll say where we're looking at this, and we saw this happen here, we're like, oh man, look at bullish, and spot was bullish too. So that was a tough call on that one. So I just I was looking to add up here, didn't fill me, but then I got this huge rejection down. So the zone was in play, just wasn't exact. Consolidation. And this is where I just ended up being in DWT because this was towards the end. Yeah, end of the day was right here. And pretty much I was in DWT, not a huge position, but a decent size. And I was pretty much saying that if it broke this, the trend had officially changed. And moving forward, struggle, look at that lower high, and boom, we broke it. So that is what my thought process was with there. Stop was right above here. If you enter here, your stop's here. If you enter here, your stop's here. Obviously, entering in the closer to the supply zone is the better choice. But I'm not going to exit early. So right now, I'm still in WT. It did rise up, a little pullback there. It looks like another higher low. That actually looks perfectly like a higher low right over here. Coming back up like, hey, that's our old support. Now new resistance and back down. So crude oil looking bearish in DWT still. Gold. Been playing the JDST, and then I was in JNUG over. Anytime there's an FOMC meeting, it can go either way, just letting you know. If they say that the dollar is strong, then gold tanks. But the rebounds too, a little bit. Not always, though, but probability's high. I've played FOMC every time. I always come out pretty good, or at least break even. I manage my risk. But stock was completely off here. But before it came out, I did enter JNUG, and this thing was like straight up, buddy. And I was like, sell that gun, son of a gun. We'll look at JDXJ too, but and then I didn't enter JDST, but I wish I did. It just tanked. And then I entered JDST here. And then overnight, it just tanked more. And I shorted gold directly too. This one bummed me out pretty bad here. I was playing long gold for futures directly, and this does not count my Robinhood count. I'm not counting this, but I did make a few $100s on there too. I can post those if you want, but take my word for it. I got stopped out there. That was so silly. I was long here, and I said if it made a new lower low, below the candle here, I was out. And what do you know? It tags me out like freaking 3 pips below it. I was like, man, what I should have done next time is put my stop here, right there. The risk is a little higher, but that would, if it broke this, you know it's going down hard because that's a lower low on the daily and well as the 4 hour. This is a lower low on the hourly, but it tagged me out and I was pissed. And then it fucking rallied. Oh, sorry about my language. And then it rallied. So I was kind of bummed when I woke up and my account said, oh, it's down $30 and I should have been up 300. So gold as of right now, looking bearish. Looks like that was just a pullback. It's looking bearish. So JDXJ also looking bearish on the hourly. Just another higher low. Boom. Easy play. Wednesday FOMC meeting. That was that spike right here. That was so cool. That's where I made a lot of money, and it came right in my zone here, and I sold it right above. I put my stop here, but then I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna sell it. I sold it up here, and I went to here, and that just tanked. So I am in JDST right now. This was a great play. I called this out in the Discord group chat right here at 11, and that was a nice little $300 win. I should have sized more. JDST all the way down. Stopped out here, re-entered at the end of the day. Not a huge position, but I see this continuing down because I see gold going down too. Looking bearish. And this is the lowest it's been since January for those who are following it on the yearly. So, yeah, we are at a low, so be careful with that one. But gold's still looking bearish. Okay, looking next. I didn't play these at all. I can touch base on them, but crude oil looks bearish. So. Yeah, but it looks, Gush looks okay right now because it's holding above my zone here, a supply zone. So we will see. It's pretty sold off though. The trend is still down. Drip would probably be your safer play. Broke below this though. I'm not looking at playing these right now because they're kind of like straight up. Volatility is pretty high though. If you do see an opportunity, I would play drip because crude oil is going down, but I don't like how it closed below this either. So for what it's worth, wait for a pullback down to the 980 and then enter in drip there, and then a stop loss would be below there, be like right 960, 20-cent stop loss. All right, and let's see here. Did we go over everything? Gold, gas, and Tesla was the last position I had. This was all just based on news, 100% news. So we are making higher highs and higher lows, but this is literally just like a pump right there. This is like a pullback to a new higher low or lower high. And then the news came out and it just shot up and I sold my position. End of day, I entered in at like 253. Like I have like 5 shares. That's my size for that. So for what that's worth, we'll see what it goes. I need to see a bounce, a confirmation of 247 or 252. If you enter in at 252, your stop loss is at 245 or 246.88. And if you enter in down here, 248, your stop loss is right here, the same stop loss. So you can enter in heavier down here. So I'm looking for a 252 pullback and a hold. If not, I'm stopping out. And then re-entering down here at the 248 is what I'm seeing. So that's for Tesla, whoever's playing Tesla. But those were really all my plays this week to accomplish. I mean, that was what, 5 stocks? JDST, natural gas, which is USD gas. So there's technically only 2 commodities there, and then crude oil is 3, and Tesla. So that's 4. And for those who play the SPY, I did play a SPY call, so that was like $60 during this day. I just bought a SPY call because right here that looks bearish as heck, but like I knew like this whole like how can you short this? Like you can't. Straight, it's like it's up. So even this break here, it was almost like a fake out. I was on the SPY call and I just ran it or rallied up. Amazon, Berkshire Hathaway had some crazy news about shares that helped. Amazon, Apple, if you just want to trade those 2, you're pretty much trading the market or the Qs. So at this major level here, look at that. If we get denied here, it's almost like a double top. I don't see that happening. I'm thinking we're going to close to 3,000 or if not 3,000. So anyways, guys, just a quick little recap right now. I will be updating you guys tomorrow. If you want more involvement, let me know on our Discord group chat. So I have the link in the description. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you all later, dudes. Peace out.